This is my ban list. Why didn't you make a video? And man, I was looking for some content. Okay, hold on. Anime Night says, well, by the way, chat, how was everyone's week? My week was nothing spectacular, nothing interesting, to be honest. I was trying to schedule content, chat, around the ban list because I thought that the ban list might drop on like Friday, Thursday. So I'm like, okay, I'll leave the second half of the week open for, ban lists, and then I can make maybe like 2 videos around that. But obviously no ban list, lo and behold. So I feel like the ban list kind of puts YouTubers, chat, in this weird little conundrum where you don't want to drop anything big and then have it immediately undercut by like the ban. Because even if the ban list is like terrible, chat, then like you get a bunch of people complaining about the ban list. And if the ban list is monumental and does a lot of interesting stuff, then you get people excited. But like either way, it can drown out a project that you've been working on. Unless you're just a channel that, like, if you don't cover the ban list, then it doesn't really affect your channel directly, but it could, because people might be less interested in watching it. You know what I mean? I gotta be real, Pokemon TCG is hella easy compared to Yu-Gi-Oh! Really? I mean, maybe it just looks complicated because I don't know like anything that's going on. Dark Emperor says, I'm near. Dark Emperor, are you about to graduate? Like, are you graduating next month? Because May ends, I guess, for college kids, but you are graduating. Okay. I was on a plane for 16. No. Super Canadian. Okay, can I ask something? And I'm not trying. How do I ask this in like a non like offensive or racist way? Why do all Asian people, chat, seemingly just like take a random trip to Asia? Like, because Asianized White Dragon did that like 10 years ago or something like that. He announced that he was just like, this was when like he was prime Asianized, chat. And his channel was just, everything was putting out was just a home run. I'm like, damn. And then I thought to myself, I'm like, where's Asianized? Come to find out, he like went to China or something. I'm like, it's that's just strange to me. I think it's because like there's no black equivalent to that, chat. Like, black people don't just like randomly go to Africa. You know what I mean? But like Asian people, and then I thought, I was like, maybe it's just a California thing, because like California, it's like the coast or whatever. But I'm just wondering. He did that recently too. No, it's just like a lot of Asian people. Maybe it's like the younger generations of Asians. They go with their parents because their parents are like the first generations in the country, and their parents still have like a lot of family back home. Like maybe that's the reason. But like Chad, it's an immigrant thing. Because I've never been like, yo, let's just go to Africa. Like I've never thought of that in my life. But you see like a lot of Asian families that will just like go back to like China or Korea, and it's like, that's interesting. That's like interesting to me. We know our roots, VPW. Farazo, you're Asian? I thought you were Hispanic, because like everything you post is about soccer, and you live in Florida. So I just assumed you were like Spanish or Cuban or something. You know what I mean? Let's go to Cairo. Super Canadian is he's not, if he is a Chinese spy, like he's not doing a good job, because he doesn't even live in America. He lives in Canada. Okay, Forbidden. Original Snake. Okay, so OSS, which the meta elitists say, they'll be like, oh, this ban list is terrible, because if you ban OSS, you ban the entire deck. Oh, okay, so what? Like, who cares if we ruin that deck? By the way, I don't know if you guys have saw the, hold on. And you can take this like with a little grain of salt, or a little take it with like some grains of salt, but it doesn't get bigger. If you look at the OCG ban list, chat, that like I didn't think that list was good. I do not think I think the OCG ban list was like pretty, and people will always say, well, how can you talk about the OCG ban list? You don't play OCG. But like, I don't know. I try to like internalize it from like a TCG perspective, but like the ban list to me seemed fucking terrible. Other than One It Poster to 1, I thought like Kieran to 2 was like laughable. Snake Eye Ash to 2 was like a joke. And lo and behold, like Fire King's still the best deck. So cool ban list, bro. Your ban list didn't do, like, I don't want to say it didn't do anything, because, like, I mean, some people, I guess, are playing Rescue Ace now, but your ban list was not good. You know what I mean? Like, your ban list wasn't good. Like, it's still sinful spoils in everything, chat. You know what I mean? Like, sinful spoils, Snake Eye Rescue Ace. Sinful spoils, Snake Eye Fire King. Like, you know what I mean? Anyways. Thoughts on Snatch Steal possibly coming back? Anyone want to tell him? Anyone want to tell him, Twitch chat? I hate to tell you this, partner, or maybe I don't hate to tell you, but Snatch Steal is unbanned in the TCG. It's not unbanned in the OCG, but Snatch Steal is legal in the TCG. It's limited. Yes, it's at 1. Okay, so Dark Emperor has OSS banned. I think that's a good hit. I'd be fine with that. I think this card's name is Albion the Sanctifier Dragon, banned as well, which essentially is just like the whole point of that is to stop the gimmick puppet lock. It's interesting, chat, because on one hand, I look at the end result of the card, and I was actually watching a duel today on DB Grinder's channel where, I mean, it, like, to me, I don't even understand why you would play Branded without Gimmick Puppet. Like, the ability to just potentially instantly win a duel, chat, if your opponent doesn't have, like, a Bestial or Called by the Grave or Forbidden Droplet, like, to me, that just seems too good. Like, you either have these 3 outs in your deck, or I instantly win the duel on the spot. However, I do think that there are some cool applications with this card. And maybe this is just me being too optimistic, chat, of like, oh no, people will use it in other ways, even though they probably, like, I don't know. Does anyone think, chat, that reborning like an Albaz from the graveyard, giving your opponent like a random Ecclesia or Quim or some shit like that, and then contact fusing with your opponent, like, that seems kind of cool to me. You know what I mean? We can't have nice things. I guess what I'm saying, BP, is like, I like the interaction of the card. Like, I think Albion, I think the design of the card is really cool. But in practicality, like how people actually use it is not cool. But the things you can do with the card of, like, you know, reborning an Albion that you like sent to the graveyard to bring back Lubellion, the yellow version, the one that can't be like special or something, like that seems like a cool play. You know what I mean? You get like a beater, or you give that to like your opponent. You give that to your opponent, you summon Albaz back, you contact fuse with it, summon Mirror Jade. During the end phase, you get the search from his effect, then you get to banish one of your opponent's cards with Mirror. Like, that seems really cool. But yeah, I guess the only thing people really do with it is just gimmick puppet locking, or gimmick puppet locking. King Calamity. As someone who is interested in playing Centurion, should this card be banned? Yes. Do I hope it gets banned? I don't know, Chad. I feel like if this card gets banned, there's like literally no reason to play Centurion. I feel like I mean, I get it. They have new support coming out. Centurion see, that's the thing though. On the regional level, chat, Centurion is like look how many tops Centurion has, chat, in like the last 3 months. Like, it will shock you. Just on the regional level, chat, Centurion has like 6 or 7 regional tops. And without Calamity, that number probably goes to like 1 or 0. Beatrice, yeah, I think this card should get banned. I don't even think it has to do with rollback. I think Beatrice is just a card that Beatrice is going to be good until the end of time, chat, because dumping cards from your main deck into the graveyard is like, we're at a point in Yu-Gi-Oh where that's just not, it's not gonna ever be bad. You know what I mean? Like, as the card pool just gets bigger and bigger, the amount of stuff that is useful dumped into the graveyard, whether it's random, Ishizu Millers, or it's in conjunction with rollback, like, that's just an effect that's never going to be bad. You know what I mean? It's only going to get better and better as the game goes on. Anti-Spell Fragrance and Summon Limit. I think Summon Limit is could get hit. I don't know if they're gonna go ban with these. And the reason is because the last batch of Floodgate hits, chat, were all to 1. Gozen Match, Tikaboo, and Rivalry. So, like, I don't know why Konami would go further than they did with those. I don't even know if anti-spell is on the radar as much as people think. This one 100%. This card I think is getting hit. Okay, so honestly, Dark Emperor, you kind of went Annihilation on the deck. Because not only did you ban OSS, but you also limited Snake Eye Ash, Kieran, and Wanted. You basically murdered the Sinful Spoils engine. Because I saw someone in the OCG, or it may have been TC, playing Sinful Spoils Vanquish Soul, and I was like, that seems kind of interesting. Because like Diabelistar is a dark monster. They were playing the trap card, chat, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. You know what I mean? I don't think anti-spell is gonna get hit either. I think that they could hit a couple of these, but I don't think they're gonna hit all three of them. Like I could see them hitting like Wanted or OSS, but probably not both. Or I could see them hitting like Ash or Kieran, but probably not both. Semi-limited, it's probably no semi-limited. And then unlimited, Zed Mighty, banned for 12 years. Why? Starving Venom, Copium, Kieran, people want this. Kieran's not a hard once per turn, is it, chat? I feel like, I know we're talking about the Magispector Kieran, not the Fire King one. I feel like it's probably not, because I'm thinking like, how good would it be if you pendulum summon like 2 Kieran? Like that'd probably be pretty good, to be honest. Like if I could get 2 non-target, or I think Kieran does target, but if I could get 2 bounces, like that's pretty good. Terratop / Pank, that could probably happen, and then the Dragon Rulers, all of them off the ban list because of power. I agree with that. Just unban and unlimit all the Dragon Rulers, chat. At this point, like, people have to understand how different Yu-Gi-Oh was when the Dragon Rulers like were at 3, chat. People like to think of the Dragon Rulers just in a vacuum, but they don't understand like, okay, Return from a Different Dimension was legal back then, chat. You had Super Rejuvenation that was letting people draw like 4 or 5 cards in the end phase. Max C was at 3 back then. Like it's just like a completely different environment. You know what I mean? You had Dark Matter Dragon. Like the game is so much. The game is like so much different, and the FNL list is like significantly different than when we had the Dragon Rulers.